Why do some people see a role model as a rival? Within every society there exists an undercurrent of competition and comparison, but when jealousy takes root, it twists perceptions and actions. Our exploration begins with understanding the dynamics between those who lead with integrity, dubbed the chosen ones, and those driven by darker motives, jealous individuals or manipulators. In the quiet corners of the universe, where ambition meets reality, the essence of conflict emerges, not from the clash of swords, but from the silent battles waged in the human heart. Imagine two figures standing in stark contrast. One radiates light, exuding charisma and moral clarity, while the other lurks in the shadows, weaving webs of deceit and manipulation. This vivid tableau represents the chosen ones and the manipulators, respectively. The chosen ones are those graced with an innate resilience and a compass that always points towards truth. They navigate through life with a confidence that comes from being aligned with their deepest values. Their presence is like a beacon, casting a bright light that draws others towards them. They inspire, lead, and uplift, their every action resonant with integrity and purpose. On the other side of this spectrum dwell the manipulators, individuals who seek control as a means to fill the void of their insecurities. They operate in the dim half-light of society, where intentions are obscured and motives are hidden. Manipulators thrive on exerting power over others, using deception and coercion as their tools. For them, influence is not earned but taken, woven subtly through the very fabric of their interactions to dictate and dominate. The conflict arises not from mere opposition, but from the inherent contradiction between these two archetypes. The chosen ones, with their clarity and strength, naturally resist the manipulations that seek to ensnare them. This resistance is not a loud, clashing defiance, but a quiet steadfastness that stands immovable against the tide of deceit. It's as if they are mountains, weathering storms with stoic resolve, their peaks untouched by the swirling chaos below. For manipulators, the presence of a chosen one is both a challenge and a condemnation. Each failed attempt to sway or control a chosen one only serves to highlight their own inadequacies. Their frustration brews into a potent mix of envy and resentment, as every exposure to the chosen one's light only deepens the shadows in which they operate. The animosity felt by manipulators is akin to a vine of poison ivy growing in dark, twisted coils around their hearts. They are unable to look upon the chosen ones without seeing a mirror that reflects their own distorted selves. This deep-seated animosity is fueled by the frustration of encountering someone who not only resists their influence but also inherently disrupts their strategies. At the heart of every manipulator's actions lies a whirlwind of insecurity, a deep-seated turmoil that roils beneath a calm surface. Picture a lake, seemingly serene, but beneath its reflective exterior, currents of doubt and fear churn relentlessly. This image mirrors the internal state of manipulators when confronted with the chosen ones, individuals whose confidence and clear sense of purpose starkly contrast with their own inner chaos. The chosen ones stride through life with an assuredness that is both enviable and provocative. They know who they are and what they stand for, their paths illuminated by the bright light of their convictions. This intrinsic certainty in their actions and decisions emanates a profound truth and integrity that resonates deeply within those around them. It is this unwavering sense of self that not only defines them, but also acts as a beacon, guiding others towards a similar clarity and purpose. For manipulators, however, life is a game played on shifting sands. Their choices and actions are swayed by the winds of opportunity and the lure of immediate gain. They lack a steadfast moral compass, and their decisions, often made in the shadows of expediency, reveal a landscape marred by doubt and opportunism. The presence of a chosen one, so firmly rooted and unyielding, forces the manipulator to confront their own vulnerabilities, a confrontation fraught with discomfort and denial. The manipulator's insecurity is not merely about their lack of confidence, it is about the constant comparison to those they perceive as threats. Every time a chosen one makes a decision that aligns with a higher moral standard, it highlights the manipulator's moral vacillations. This constant juxtaposition between the chosen one's integrity and the manipulator's lack of it feeds a growing sense of inadequacy in the manipulator. Imagine a manipulator like a performer on stage, under the harsh spotlight of scrutiny, where every falter is magnified. The effortless authenticity of the chosen ones only intensifies this spotlight, making the manipulator painfully aware of their own performance, built on precarious foundations. The manipulator's need to control and deceive is not just a strategy, it is a defense mechanism against this relentless exposure of their inadequacies. In the tapestry of human interactions, the threads of autonomy and control weave a complex pattern, revealing stark differences between the self-directed chosen ones and the manipulative forces that seek to govern them. Picture a vast landscape where on one end stands a lone, majestic tree, roots deep within the earth, branches reaching towards the sky, symbolizing the autonomy of the chosen ones. Far across this expanse, a dense fog creeps over the ground, attempting to envelop everything in its path, a metaphor for the control exerted by manipulators. The chosen ones cherish their independence as a fundamental aspect of their identity. They navigate life's challenges with an internal compass, making decisions grounded in their deep sense of self, rather than succumbing to the external pressures or persuasive tactics of others. This innate independence is not merely a trait, but a profound statement of their existence, a declaration of their ability to stand alone, unswayed by the gusts of prevailing opinions or the storms of coercion. Contrast this with the manipulators, who are architects of dependence. Their power relies heavily on the pliability of those around them. They craft environments of uncertainty and fear, where others feel the need for guidance and support, which the manipulators are all too eager to provide, albeit at a hidden cost. In their world, every relationship is a string to be pulled, every interaction a lever of influence, designed to bind others to their will, making their authority both necessary and unchallengeable. The conflict between autonomy and control emerges most vividly when these two forces collide. The chosen ones, with their solid roots and clear skies, disrupt the foggy terrain crafted by manipulators. Each act of independence by a chosen one challenges the very foundations of the manipulator's power. When a chosen one defies manipulation, it is not just a refusal, but an act of rebellion against the order that the manipulator tries to impose. It's as if every decision made from autonomy sends shockwaves through the manipulator's domain, threatening to clear the fog with bursts of fresh air. For manipulators, the unyielding nature of the chosen ones represents a direct threat to their dominance. It's not merely an obstacle, it's an affront to their identity as controllers. This dynamic sets the stage for conflict, as the manipulator's strategies are continually nullified by the discernment and self-governance of the chosen ones. The more the manipulators push, the more the chosen ones stand firm, their autonomy acting as a shield that not only protects but also asserts their freedom. Thus, in the grand narrative of human relations, autonomy versus control is not just about resisting influence. It's about affirming one's right to self-determination in the face of forces that seek to undermine it. This battle, while deeply personal, resonates across the landscape, inspiring others to recognize and claim their independence. In the intricate dance of human relationships, integrity stands as a lighthouse, a beacon in the tumultuous seas where manipulators navigate their murky waters. Envision this beacon of integrity as a brilliant light perched atop a cliff, cutting through the fog and darkness that manipulators conjure to obscure their deceptions. The chosen ones, armed with this radiant integrity, are not merely navigating their own paths, but also illuminating the way for others, challenging the shadows with the starkness of their truth. The Chosen One's commitment to honesty and ethical behavior is profound and unwavering. It is their armor and their weapon, shielding them from the seductive lures and traps set by those who operate in the shadows. Their moral compass points steadfastly towards justice and truth, guiding their actions and decisions with a clarity that confounds those who twist facts and manipulate emotions to serve their ends. This integrity does more than protect, it exposes. Like a sharp ray of sunlight piercing through a veil of mist, the Chosen One's ethical stance reveals the manipulations and schemes for what they are, frail constructs of deceit. Every time they choose the harder right over the easier wrong, they not only affirm their own values, but also lay bare the moral bankruptcy of the manipulators. This exposure is not a passive process. It is active and dynamic, a force that continually pushes against the boundaries of manipulation, challenging its very foundations. For manipulators, the integrity of the Chosen Ones is like a glaring spotlight that not only illuminates their deceptive practices, but also diminishes their effectiveness. It's a threat to their existence in the realm of influence and control. As the Chosen Ones uphold their principles, they inadvertently challenge the manipulators to either rise to meet these standards or retreat further into obfuscation. The manipulators, however, find their tools of coercion and deceit less effective in the light of such transparency, leading to frustration and increased desperation. In the broader narrative of society, the integrity of the Chosen Ones acts as a catalyst for change. It inspires others to adopt similar standards of honesty and ethics, slowly transforming the cultural landscape. This shift is not instantaneous but accumulative. Each act of integrity by a Chosen One sows seeds of change that gradually take root and spread, altering the fabric of their communities and beyond. Thus, integrity serves as both a shield and a beacon. It protects the Chosen Ones from falling prey to manipulative tactics and lights the way for others to follow. In a world riddled with duplicity, the Chosen One's commitment to ethical living stands as a powerful testament to the enduring strength and appeal of moral courage. Imagine a garden where every plant strives to reach the sun, yet one tree rises distinctly above the rest. Its branches a canopy of vibrant leaves that gather light and cast a nurturing shade for those below. This tree, robust and firmly rooted, symbolizes the Chosen Ones, whose presence alone can redefine the ecosystem around them. Their leadership and authenticity aren't just personal traits, but forces that reshape their environments, drawing others into their circle of influence and inspiring a new paradigm of interaction. The Chosen Ones lead not by decree, but by example. Their decisions are reflections of their core values: openness, honesty, and a genuine concern for the welfare of others. These qualities make their leadership not only admirable, but deeply magnetic. People are naturally drawn to those who act with integrity and speak with sincerity. In environments where cynicism and self-interest often prevail, the authenticity of the Chosen Ones offers a refreshing contrast that others find not only appealing, but worth emulating. For manipulators, the inspirational influence of the Chosen Ones poses a formidable challenge. Accustomed to commanding attention through coercion and manipulation, they watch as their influence erodes in the wake of genuine leadership. The Chosen One's ability to foster trust and encourage transparency makes the deceptive tactics of manipulators less effective. Team members and peers, once easy to sway through fear or flattery, begin to crave the substance and depth offered by the Chosen Ones. As the group's allegiance shifts, the manipulators' strategies begin to falter. They face a diminishing circle of influence, as individuals touched by the Chosen One's integrity and vision are less susceptible to manipulation. This shift not only reduces the manipulators' direct control, but also isolates them, spotlighting their underhanded methods and often leading to their tactics being questioned or outright rejected. The repercussions of this shift are profound. The Chosen Ones, by simply being who they are, instigate a cultural transformation within their communities or organizations. What starts as a subtle change in dynamics gradually gains momentum, becoming a powerful tide that alters the very way people interact and work together. This new environment values transparency, collaboration, and mutual respect, principles that undermine the old order of manipulation and control. In this way, the inspirational influence of the chosen ones transcends their immediate surroundings and begins to weave a broader narrative of change. Their presence becomes a beacon that not only guides but also galvanizes others, encouraging them to seek their own paths of authenticity and ethical leadership. In a world often dimmed by duplicity, the chosen ones light a fire that warms and illuminates, proving that true leadership is not about wielding power over others, but about empowering them to rise together. The journey of the chosen ones is revolutionary. By simply being part of a system, they challenge and transform the dynamics of power and leadership. Their presence demands a return to authenticity, reshaping the landscape. As they navigate these challenges, they not only overcome jealousy-driven attacks, but also turn these trials into opportunities for growth and enlightenment for themselves and others. This narrative highlights their resilience and moral strength, serving as a testament to integrity and a guide to dispelling manipulation with truth. Amidst envy and deceit, they remain steadfast, embodying change and illuminating the path in a world where truth is often obscured.